Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about YouTube ads are getting worse. Ads on YouTube, and I don't think that's news, so I guess this video is sort of going to be my rant about YouTube ads, my thoughts and opinions on them. Okay, so there was a time when YouTube ads were more tolerable. I mean, a 10 to 15 minute video would have 3 ads each on it. Like an ad at the beginning of the video, an ad in the middle, and an ad at the end. The other day, I was watching a video, and then every time an ad pops up, I have to pause my video for a couple minutes for it to serve on buffer. And then it seemed like every 2 minutes I was getting bombarded with ads. Every 2 minutes. I had to leave that video I was watching because I just couldn't stand it no more. I was losing patience with it. So I had to leave the video I was watching. Every 2 minutes, there was an ad. Every 2 minutes. Why are they doing this? I mean, that should be considered harassment at this point. I mean, see, I know that, monetized content, they get their money from ads and stuff. However, on YouTube, it's like the ads seem to be borderline harassment. I mean, it's getting to the point where the ads are basically harassment. I mean, ads in the beginning of a video, in the middle of a video, and at the end of the video, those are fine. I wouldn't have no issue with that. But an ad every 2 minutes in a 15-minute video? Oh boy. This is why people use ad blockers. And YouTube is doing this to retaliate against it. So it's almost like they're penalizing people for boycotting. Since other people are boycotting, this is why people would want to boycott the ads. They want to, because they're tired of seeing all those ads, and YouTube is making it worse and worse. Every 2 minutes an ad on a 15-minute video. That is crazy. That is crazy. And I sometimes wonder how that is not considered some type of harassment or something. Because it should be, in my opinion. It should be some form of harassment to bombard, to shove ads down our throats like this. 3 ads in a 15 to 20 minute video? They were more tolerable. But my goodness, a bunch of ads every 2 minutes? That is insane. It's almost like YouTube is trying to sort of blackmail you into getting a what's it called, a YouTube subscription, or whatever they call that, to become ad-free. It's like, you either go ad-free or we'll harass you with ads. I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, there are other ways to go ad-free. without those. And by the way, it's my understanding that some people have are still getting ads, while they're supposedly ad-free. What happened? And don't get me started about the ridiculous censorship to stay monetized. I mean, yeah, you are forced to replace words. So you are forced to use politically correct words, which sounds very cringe. You know how cringe it sounds when I see a YouTube video, so people in a YouTube video are forced to say unalive instead of killed or dead or something like that. They have to say unalive or else their video will get demonetized. That sounds cringe. And yet for some reason, news was news like CNN and mainstream media with YouTube channels. Apparently, it's okay for them to mention deaths in their YouTube channels and in their videos because they're reporting on a story. And something else that I think is a double standard about that is YouTube videos has videos free with ads. I know I've seen one that was PG-13. And they might even have an R-rated movie in that movie, and they might even have an R-rated movie that's also free with ads. So if they have stuff free with ads, they have content that a normal YouTuber would get demonetized for even saying. If that's not a double standard, then I don't know what is. Plus, like I said, mainstream media with news, with YouTube channels are allowed to, whenever they report on crimes or whatever, on a shooting, and like they can actually use, so this many people died and this many people were shot and or whatever, or they're reporting on a crash and they're reporting this many people were killed in a crash. Like a normal YouTuber talking about the same thing would have to say unalived instead of killed. That sounds cringy, and that sounds like you're making fun of that event. It sounds like you're making fun of a tragedy. Not to mention using the word grape to refer to something else. Now, when someone says the word grape, you don't know if they're talking about grapes or the other thing. It sounds like you're making fun of the actual crime. Like, what? So, this is ridiculous, strict guidelines. They have to, and it doesn't even make no sense. That kind of censorship doesn't even make sense to begin with. And you're wondering, what's YouTube doing? Like, what's the point of this? And apparently, YouTube can suddenly, randomly demonetize you at any moment without any notice. I've heard it happening to many YouTubers. And that's good to know now, since I'm starting out. Now, Rumble, on the other hand, I think they're a bit more laxed on their ads. I haven't watched much Rumble videos lately, but I would imagine that they don't harass you with ads. You might get a few ads, a good, well, I guess it depends on how long the video is. I mean, you might get, I would imagine that they're probably doing it the way YouTube used to do it, I hope. Like, an ad at the beginning of the video, an ad at the center, in the middle of the video, and an ad at the end of the video, or maybe even a cluster of ads at those points. At least that's more tolerable. That would be more tolerable than an ad every 2 minutes. And if you have poor internet, sometimes you have to pause it after the ad's over. And then, apparently, about 2 minutes after you resume the video, and you get another ad, another ad. Like, why? What is YouTube doing? So I think that's part of the attraction to websites like Rumble. I mean, Rumble probably has a more reasonable guideline, and they don't have censored speech or anything like that. And I would imagine that those ads are more tolerable. I mean, I don't think anybody really likes ads very much, but some ads, you can, they're more tolerable. You can kind of put up with them because they're not, at least they're not being rammed down your throat. So, yeah. That is it for this video. Bye.